John, good to see you. Big Social Security news. Seniors will be getting a raise in 2026 thanks to an increase in the COLA. The cost of living adjustment will be just under 3%. So, before we get into why, there is some misunderstanding around claiming and the COLA. Do you still get the COLA if you wait to claim your benefit?
Yeah, Aaron, this is a common misconception that I hear all the time that needs clearing up. So some people believe that if they delay their Social Security, they somehow miss out on those annual cost of living adjustments. This is not true.
Right.
You still are, even if you haven't claimed your benefits, you're still getting a COLA baked into your future benefits. So again, if you're delaying those benefits every year out, remember you get an 8% annualized cost of living up to age 70 increase, past full retirement age, that is, plus the COLA. So absolute big misconception. Let's just get that out of the way right now.
Right. Okay. So now let's get into the explanation behind the increase in this COLA. The Consumer Price Index was just released, which showed annual inflation increased to 3%. And following that report, the Social Security Administration announced that payments for 75 million Americans will increase 2.8% in 2026. So, what does this mean for most people?
Well, you can see it's December. I'm in my Christmas attire, so it's
Hmm.
it's the early Christmas gift, the promise that we're going to have bigger checks, and the checks on average are going to be about $56 a month. On across all the benefit levels, that may not seem like much, but when you break that out over a 12-month period, that's an extra $672 a year that can really cover the help of rising costs of groceries, medications, utilities, or get those grandkids a couple extra gifts under the Christmas tree. Now, in regards to the 2.8%, some of you might be saying that is awfully low compared to past years. Folks, 2025, we had a 3.2% rate. 2023, we had an 8.7% COLA,
Yeah.
8.7.
Right. That was
And in
huge.
2022, we had 5.9. Those were some of the highest COLA rates in decades, and that mostly had to do because of the significant inflation that we
Right.
experienced after
Right.
the pandemic. So 2.8 is about the average.
Hmm. So, does this COLA affect when we should claim Social Security?
So no. And here's the reason why. This is a 2.8% percentage increase. We said on average $56 a month.
Right.
You should not be making a huge lifetime income stream decision just based on this. And remember, the COLA is still being accumulated even if you're not claiming the benefits. So let's just look at this. If you claim early at 62, $1,500 a month is your income. A 2.8% COLA gives you an extra $42 a month. Now, if you are fortunate enough to be able to delay until age 70, you're receiving $2,640 a month. The same 2.8 cost of living adjustment on that is an extra $74 a month, or almost double it.
Right.
So when you start looking at that doubling effect and compounding that over your lifetime, that's a significant amount of wealth that you just don't want to pass up on.
Right.
So if it does come into your claiming decision, right, I almost, just generally speaking, again, skews it to delaying. But as we've discussed in several videos over the years, Social Security is an individual decision. It's got a
Mhm.
lot of factors. You need to take into consideration health, the need for money, taxes, and income optimization and maximization.
Absolutely. So there was another notable data point from the September CPI report, an adjustment to the Social Security earnings test, which applies to people who claim Social Security before their full retirement age while still working. What's new here?
Yeah, well, if you've seen our videos on the earned income limitations, the rule of thumb is if you don't need to work, or if you don't need to claim Social Security while you're working and you're not at full retirement age, you're younger than full retirement age, do not claim Social
Right.
Security.
Don't.
number one, you're in some of the highest earning years of your career. So let that money compound. That's going to help your overall Social Security benefit. But here's the thing. Up, and if you let's say your full retirement age is 67, if you're 66 and below, and the earned incomes limit is $23,480. That means for every $2 that you earn above 23,480, Social Security is going to deduct $1 from your benefits. So that's about 50% of your benefits above that limit being withheld. Now, when you get into your full retirement age, but you're not at full retirement age yet, that year, the increase goes to $65,160. And then from that point beyond, $1 is deducted for every $3 of earned income, or about 33%. So again, unless life has really forced you into the situation where you have to claim it, you do not want to work and claim Social Security benefits. So if that's the case, this is not a permanent deduction. What they're going to do is they're going to withhold it. And then once you're at full retirement age, they're going to put it back into your account. But now it's paid back to you over an amortized schedule. It just doesn't pay, folks. If you can delay Social Security while you're working to at least full retirement age, then it doesn't matter anymore. But you just shouldn't claim until then, or you shouldn't claim benefits while working until then.
Yes, absolutely. And this just all goes to say the earnings test and this COLA, it all underscores why it usually makes sense to wait to claim Social Security until at least full retirement age, if not 70. So again, just to wrap it up, John, explain the math, the benefit of waiting if we can.
Again, if you claim early from full retirement age, you're taking an 8% reduction annualized. So every year you claim early, that amount from your cost of living, from your primary insurance amount, is going to go down. On the flip side, every year you wait, you're going to get an 8% increase on that income. And folks, Social Security income is expensive money because it creates an income stream. So we want to be able to maximize that income stream, both for now and in the event of a spousal death, because one benefit goes away. The other thing we've talked about in length in other videos is how Social Security optimization and maximization can also play a part in tax management planning. So if you have the ability to, right, if you're healthy, if you have longevity in your family, and if you do not have a dire need for this income stream, then resist the urge.
But it's a good reminder to everybody too that on YouTube, we have discussed all the many different claiming options with Social Security. There's so much that goes into it. And of course, as you've mentioned before, it doesn't happen in a vacuum. So if somebody would like to either find you on YouTube or sit down with you to crunch the numbers, what's the best way to reach you?
Yeah, well, like you said, you can check out our YouTube channel, or you can visit our website, www.gosecurus.com. Where we have all of those videos that we've discussed throughout this video on Social Security. And while you're on our website, you can visit the Contact Us tab, where you can set up a 20-minute phone call to answer any general questions you may have about Social Security. Or if you want to elicit our services, you can schedule a 1-hour complimentary vision and clarity consultation. And folks, one more thing, right? This is not about a monthly check. Right. It's about creating the most secure retirement income plan possible to give you the peace of mind and happiness you deserve in retirement.
Absolutely. John, thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Erin.